What if, right now, the Earth just stopped? No warning, no explosion, no countdown, just silence. In less than 1 second, everything you know would begin to collapse. Not in years, not in hours, in seconds. Cars would lift, buildings would shear apart, the sky itself would turn violent. This isn't science fiction, this is physics, and the first 5 seconds would be the worst 5 seconds in human history. Right now, Earth is spinning at about 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. That's faster than most commercial airplanes. You don't feel it, because everything around you, the air, the oceans, the buildings, even your body, are moving at the same speed. It feels like stillness, but it's controlled motion. If Earth suddenly stopped spinning, the ground would stop instantly. You wouldn't, and that tiny difference between you and the planet would release more destruction than any bomb ever built. Second 1. The crust freezes in place. Everything above it keeps moving east. At over 1,600 kilometers per hour. Buildings, trees, oceans, planes in the sky, all launched sideways. Skyscrapers wouldn't just fall, they would be ripped from their foundations. Entire cities would disintegrate before people even understood what happened. The atmosphere would continue moving too. Winds stronger than anything ever recorded would shred the surface of the planet. For comparison, the most powerful storm ever measured was Hurricane Patricia. Now imagine winds several times stronger, wrapping around the entire globe at once. There would be nowhere to hide. Seconds 2 through 5. The oceans keep their momentum. Trillions of tons of water surge eastward in a planetary scale wall. Mega-tsunamis hundreds of meters high slam into continents. Coastal cities vanish instantly. Low-lying regions like Bangladesh would be swallowed almost immediately. Islands disappear, shorelines are rewritten in seconds. But the long-term change is even stranger. Earth's rotation currently pulls ocean water toward the equator. Without that force, water would slowly migrate toward the poles. The equator would dry out. New polar oceans would form. The world map would never look the same again. Earth's spin doesn't just move land and water. It shapes the atmosphere. It controls wind patterns. It stabilizes climate zones. It powers jet streams. Remove rotation, and those systems collapse. Weather as we know it would disappear. Temperatures would begin to swing violently. One hemisphere would bake under prolonged sunlight. The other would sink into endless cold. Imagine heat worse than anything ever recorded in Death Valley, and nights colder than Antarctica's interior. Farming collapses. Ecosystems fail. Most life would not survive the transition. Here's the scientific truth. Stopping Earth instantly would require unimaginable energy. More than any asteroid impact in history. More than any force humanity could ever create. Even the gravitational pull of the Moon only slows Earth's rotation by milliseconds per century. Days are getting longer, but so slowly we barely notice. A sudden stop would require physics to break. And the universe tends to follow its rules. However, Earth is not perfectly stable forever. Over billions of years, tidal forces continue to slow the planet. In the far, far future, Earth could become tidally locked. One side always facing the sun, the other locked in darkness. Just like the Moon always shows the same face to us. If that ever happened, civilization as we know it could not exist. But this is not tomorrow's problem. It's a reminder of how delicate balance really is. Every sunrise you see is proof that the planet is still spinning. That gravity still holds. That physics still behaves exactly as expected. We wake up each day assuming stability. We plan years ahead. We build cities. We argue about small things. All while standing on a rock rotating through space at incredible speed. If it ever stopped, there would be no sirens. No global alert. No second chance. Just 5 seconds. 5 seconds that would end everything. And the next time you watch the sun rise, remember? That motion is survival.